This is the Tram D201, a vintage CB radio. This radio is 23 channels crystal controlled, and then a VFO that covers all 40 channels and then some. We now have it at channel 38 at the VFO in a lower sideband. You can see this here on the dial. 27385 is channel 38. To show you that it really can transmit there, I have a 40 channel CB radio as a receiver. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Channel 38. We are at channel 38. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three, four, five. Upper sideband, lower sideband. Excuse me, lower sideband. So that we can do with the VFO. Let's see what we get on amplitude modulation. As you can see, that's channel 6. If I go to the crystals, see, we're on channel 6 in both cases. Actually, the dial is very accurate for the VFO. This is channel 1, 2, 3. This is 3A. It says RC on the dial. That means radio control channel. 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we're on 7A. 8, 9, 10, 11. 11A, 12, 13. 14, 15, 16 is also, 15A, another radio control channel, 16, 17, 18, 19, this is 19A, radio control channel, 20, 21, 22, 23, 22, this is 24, 25, 23, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and then we have to go by frequency. The single sideband is 385. Propagation isn't great today. But you get an idea. So.
Retiro de pie.
can see, VFO works very well. Go to, let's see, 355. That's channel 35. And we test AM. One, two, three, four, five. Channel 35. Channel 35. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 testing. Channel 35. Amplitude modulation. So it covers all 40 channels with the VFO for ultimate flexibility. Works quite well. All right.
Okay, man, you're doing the same thing back here, man. It sounds like a local there, copy.
I have it now tuned for channel 38. That is 27385, as you can see on the display. We have it in manual tuning, lower sideband. I have a CB radio here to show you that it really transmits and receives on 38. I have this 40 channel Cobra on channel 38, and let's see what we get when we transmit. One, two, three, four, five. This is the Cobra transmitting and the Tram receiving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see how that goes the other way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three, four, five. Testing. One, two, three, four, five. Testing. Channel 38. Channel 38. Just to show you some other features of this radio. As I said, it's either crystal controlled or VFO. Has a nice large channel dial. There is a very effective noise blanker. Well, I don't have any ignition noise right now, but this radio is the D201, but it has the same IC based. It has the same IC based noise blanker as the 201A. That probably means that this D201 was a very late model. So it's not the older one. I'll show you that in a minute when we open the inside. There is also a noise limiter that can be adjusted or turned off. Microphone gain, and this is transmit tone control. So you have the ability to vary the tone of the modulation a little bit. squelch, amplitude modulation, lower sideband and upper sideband, clarifier. We mostly use that in single sideband to make sure you're on the same frequency as the other station. We can go crystal or manual. Of course there is an RF gain for very strong stations. We have volume control, and also here we have receiver tone control. I leave it like this, sounds the best. And there is a built-in VSWR meter. This is how you calibrate, this is how you read it out. When in this position you basically have the S and power meter. Large power meter and S unit meter. Like I showed you earlier, this dial is very accurate. You see, you can clearly see on which channel you are. 15, 16, 19. Works very well. Now it is possible to calibrate the dial by using the crystal selector. Let's say I want to calibrate channel 9. That's how that works. Channel 10, 11, 12. As you see, we skipped 11A. Now it doesn't work for all channels. Here, this doesn't work anymore. That has to do the way the radio is doing the calibrator and the VFO. Only one set of crystals is used. It's basically having a 6x4 crystal matrix in the crystal synthesizer. When you go to position VFO, only one of the 6 crystals is used, and together with the other 4 crystals in the matrix, that means you only have 4 calibration channels available. That's just the way the radio is designed, so don't panic when you only get calibration on 9, 10, 11 and 12. That's where that crystal covers the calibration. But it's kind of nice because that's more or less in the middle of the band, so that allows you to calibrate that. Works quite well. Radio is very well built. It's a large radio. This is real wood, not just plastic wood, you know, fake wood or something. This is solid oak, I think it is. Front looks really nice. And later I'll show you the back. Let's first have a look at the inside now. Now, it opens up real easy. There is a magnetic strip here. If I lift that, I can hinge it open. Now, if I turn it all the way open, you notice it turns off. That's because there is an interlock switch here, and there is a warning here not to defeat that, which is probably a good advice. This is the power supply. This is the low frequency stage. There is a 6L6 tube in the low frequency output and modulator. This is modulator transformer. So the 6L6 here is both the audio output stage as well as the modulator, the AM modulator. This board here is the receiver, the transmitter exciter, and also the crystal filter that's used for both receive and transmit in single sideband. Here are the sideband crystals. Now the synthesizer is here, the crystal synthesizer. Not sure if that comes out. That's the board here that connects to this dial. And like I said, this is basically the single sideband modulator and the filter. This here is the RF receiver for both single sideband and AM. This crystal here is for the second IF in receiver in AM mode. The nice thing about this CB radio is that it's having a separate filter for the single sideband and another one for the amplitude modulator. Sorry, the amplitude receiver filtering. Most CB radios use the crystal filter for both the AM and single sideband. The problem with that is that you then have a too wide response for single sideband and too narrow for AM, because they do that with 5 kHz filters. This filter is really a 3 kHz filter, the way it should be for a single sideband, and that also means that the two sideband crystals are exactly 3 kHz separated, not 5 like in most CB radios. And that also means that the receiver in AM has its own IF section with its own filter. It's a 6 kHz, which is the right width for AM. So there is no compromise here between AM receive and a single sideband receive. That makes the receiver very pleasant to listen to in both AM and single sideband for this radio. Now, as you have noticed, of course, this is all tubes. The receiver is fully tube. Like I said, single sideband exciter is transistor. AF section is tubes, and of course the PA, power amplifier for the transmitter, is also tubes. This is again a 6L6 tube. It's a pretty powerful tube. And the board you see there is the harmonics filter board and the SWR bridge, which is also on the board. So that's basically it. And this is the VFO, of course. The VFO is not done with the transistor weed enough. They did that with the tube, and as a result it takes a while before it reaches stability, so you need to warm it up, let it warm up a little bit before you reach stability. But it reaches that point pretty quick, so it's not really a big deal. This is the VFO coil. As you see, it's well built. It's a US made radio. It's good construction, and it's pretty big. It's not a small radio. Really works nice to dial. That was channel 37. Channel 38. I'll show you the radios on frequency very well. I have here my Yaesu FT817 at 27385 lower sideband. We'll switch the Tram to the dummy load, and we'll see how accurate the radio is. Okay. This is 27385. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower sideband. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you see, that works quite well. Give the radio a little bit more signal because I have it on the dummy load. There you go. Let's try upper sideband. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 16 watts here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's very accurate. Now let's do the same thing for the channel selector and see how accurate we are there. Alright, let's try the accuracy of the crystal bank. We're at channel 22, which is 27225. 27225 on the Yaesu. And we are at lower sideband. We'll again switch to the dummy load and see what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm at 27225.06. That's 60 hertz difference between the Tram and the Yaesu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do that same test for upper sideband. See what we get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 27224.99. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Upper sideband channel 22 on the crystal unit. And there we are, 10 hertz or difference between the Yaesu and the Tram. It's a very good result. A very good result.
que cuando salen damas ahí en los X como que a las doñas no les...
With the 3-element gas beam, roger. Yeah, roger that. You're always welcome up here, you know that. It's a wide open state. We love everybody.
27425.
Come back there, my friend. You're sounding good down there in Louisiana. Doing a great job. Nice sound on radio there, my friend. What kind of radio are you running, anyway?
27.4. This guy's in between channels.
On
27385, channel 38.
Every operator there is on the East Coast and West Coast. It's what I do every day. I'm disabled.
And that's it, the Tram D201 classic vintage CB radio. Tubes as well as transistors. And this particular one is in perfect condition. Thank you for watching this video.